All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about the Champion League that just happened. Leverkusen, Arsenal, and the other one was Real Madrid and Manchester City. Also, Sporting was down like 3 goals. There's no other club who made like historic run. I think this is the first Northern club that came this far, and it looked like they were shooting in, and they really made a great comeback. I mean, from the beginning of the game to the end of it, it never looks like they were gonna lose that game. To be honest with you, the comeback was in the books from the first goal they scored. So congratulations to Sporting. They come through and they play against Arsenal. Arsenal also made it through. They played against Leverkusen. Leverkusen played this weekend. They played against Bayern, and that was a game where Bayern like lost 2 players. You know what I mean? They had 2 red cards, and the game was about 1-1. And as you're watching this game, this is a game that Leverkusen should easily won, right? But they didn't, and I just feel like that wasn't a good mindset to come back to the Champions League at home against Arsenal, a team that's really they're still pretty much the team to beat in the Champions League, I would say. Nevertheless, so when they were coming here from just the bad taste in their mouth of this weekend, a game that they should have won with a 9-player team, Bayern, so they missed that opportunity, and I feel like that was still in their. At least as the game was played, it felt that way. It felt that they just knew that they couldn't win. That's what it felt like. So when Arsenal scored the first goal, the first goal was just like crazy. So that first goal was scored. After that, you can easily see that they were going to come through. There was just no way Leverkusen was going to score a goal. And then when the second goal happened, it's done. Like, Arsenal has a great defense team. Okay? So Arsenal comes through. They'll play Sporting. And obviously, I would expect Arsenal to come through out of those two, right? That's not out of the norm. So, and then the next game was Manchester City and Real Madrid. So on the first leg of this game, it was played in Madrid. And I think that's kind of an advantage, right? You always know that the team has the first game at their home. That's a kickstart. That's a great kickstart. You know what I mean? Because you're both are still trying to get the hang of each other. You know, that your ticks and all that nonsense. But really, these two teams have been playing how many times, right? So there's no, what you're dealing with. With Madrid, also, I want to apologize. I like to make a little apology. Every year in the Champions League, when we do the review, I always make the same statement. I always say this is Madrid's competition. It doesn't matter what kind of season Madrid is having domestically. When it comes to outside of La Liga, they are the kings. Okay? And I forgot that. I was being biased because we were dealing with the Vinicius situation. And I was blindsided. That how much you're not supposed to. It doesn't matter what season. It doesn't matter, like I just said. You never ever bet against Madrid until the whistle blows. Okay? This is a team where when it comes to the Champions League, coaches come with tactics, how to face other teams. But if you're playing against Madrid, there's not much of a tactic. To be real, no one can explain to me what their playing style is. If someone asks you what is Madrid playing style, there is none. There is none. Every season, we're like, about this time of the season, oh man, because domestically they're always struggling about this time, and you're assuming like, oh my god, man, these guys, their playing style is terrible and all this. People don't understand the whole Madrid batch is about you play until you die. You're the last man. You know what I mean? You just wait until your opponents put their guard down, and then that's when you strike. They will outplay you. That's their whole thing. And in the Champions League, is what tactic can you use when it comes to outplaying somebody? And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. The Champions League is all about outplaying your opponents. Decisiveness, choice making, those are what comes to play, not your tactic. Nobody cares about tactic in the Champions League because the best teams usually don't win in the Champions League. Is a team with the hunger and dedication and willing to play until the last whistle. Those are the teams that win. And the team that makes the most minimum mistakes. Now, like I said, on the first leg playing at Madrid, that's one thing that Manchester City did immediately. made a bunch of mistakes. Okay? Because Madrid coming to this game, they have Bellingham out, they have Kylian Mbappe out. They were a little worried to the point that they were complaining about the draw itself. But apparently no worries. And on the other side, what we didn't think about this at first, but now hindsight makes sense, is that Manchester City is a good team. I mean, they're good every year. Now the problem is they don't have too many experienced players in the Champions League. Manchester City is known to grab the most talented players from everywhere, really. But most of them have never played this level of football. So maybe get a 1, maybe get a 2 players that have never played it. That's fine. But if majority of your team, majority of your lineup haven't won the Champions League before, I mean, and going against a team who won how many Champions Leagues together? You get what I'm saying? So that experience also showed clearly in this both leg. I mean, Pep choices were just not. I was like, who are these guys? For 1 minute, I was like, who's this guy? There's new guys everywhere all the time. But if you look at Madrid, you know exactly each position. You know all of them. They had one new kid in there. Like I said, Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe were out. Nevertheless, there's always somebody in Madrid that you don't think about that always steps up. And the first leg was, Valverde. Valverde he's the most Madrista person in that team right now. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's one of the players I believe that he's going to retire here. I'm sure he would like to. He's probably not going to retire here. But he's going to be here for a while. Because this is like he's a classic Madrid player. He can play everywhere. He'll outplay any player. And that's what this game was. He literally just outplayed everybody. Oh, do you need a striker? I got you. Do you need a winger? I got you. Do you need a midfielder? Center midfielder? Where in the midfield do you need me? I will be there. You want a right back? I'm there. He's literally... Okay, he had such a performance to the point that I think now he's like, top 5 in the Ballon d'Or running. One game. One fantastic game, though. He had 3 goals, and each of the goals were better than the last. So now coming back to the home game, you're expecting Manchester City is going to show it. You know what I mean? I mean, they have to know this is embarrassing. They're gonna really prove it to them that, like, hey, that was your home, but our home is different. When you come to the Etihad, no, we're not playing that nonsense. They were playing that nonsense. They were 100%. Start of the game, Madrid was on it. And what is it? Manchester came a little too hard, I would say. And they got a penalty and a red card immediately. And that killed anything that you thought was going to happen for Manchester City. It was over. You can feel it. They felt it. Everybody kind of felt it. So Madrid decided just to be like, okay, you know what? Let's just let them have the ball. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what they can do at their home 4 goals down. And they did absolutely nothing, really. They did nothing. Okay? Even when they got that goal back, it still felt like nothing. Because you just knew Madrid it's over. And just to put the icing on the cake, at the last minute, literally extra time, when Manchester City, they accepted they have lost the game, Vinicius scores a goal again. Literally, it might have been like 5 seconds before the referee was going to call it. That's the team Madrid is. And that's what you got to deal with. In the Champions League, that is. And I disrespected them. And I apologize. I apologize. Because this is what they do. This is just what they do. So they're going to come out and they're going to play against Bayern. Because Bayern's going to come out tomorrow, obviously. So they're going to play against Bayern. Now, what do you think? You think Bayern can take Madrid out? I think so. I think Bayern can definitely take Madrid out. But remember, like I just said, never bet against Madrid. And I am not going to do that this time. I'm waiting to see PSG versus Real Madrid. And I feel like if those matches happen, there's a big chance that Madrid could end up in the final, honestly. You know, speaking of PSG, let's get to the PSG game. Now, PSG played Chelsea. Now, last year in the Club World Cup, Chelsea won, and their fan base was absolutely over the moon. not just over the moon. They started using this to stunt on other fan base, which was shocking to me because it's Club World Cup, dude. And not just that, a lot of teams weren't even there. You can't be the Club World Cup if some of the best teams weren't there. You get what I'm saying? But nevertheless, that was a time where PSG was the team to humble. And they did just that. Chelsea came, were the heroes. They humbled them. They won it. And then that, Chelsea decided they'll take that. And they thought that was like the best thing ever. But they forgot, in football, what matters is the league. League is number one always. And then is the Champion League. Everything else is just an add-on. These are the two big things. And the Champion League is where Chelsea should have showed what they're made of. That the fact that the Club World Cup was not just a fluke. That's how we play. They did anything but that. On the first leg, it was a PSG home. The game started a little iffy for PSG. Chelsea still looked like, yeah, man, we're the bomb. You know? Like, since they beat Barcelona, they feel like they can beat anybody. That's the power they felt like, and that's how they played the first 5 minutes or so. As the game went on, slowly you can just see Chelsea is absolutely house of cards. They were never supposed to come this far. And PSG had literally, this got to be one of the best revenges you can have. You can say, yeah, you won that little trophy over there, but when it comes to the real thing, when it comes to testing who's the champion of Europe, you have lost on aggregate 8 goals. 8 goals they couldn't score. Not just that. So that was the first leg. The first leg they lost the first leg they got destroyed. They got absolutely embarrassed. So now you're thinking when you come home that you might perform differently. They didn't. They let in a goal like the first 4 minutes or so. All they were doing after PSG scored the first goal was just chasing the ball. In their home ground, they couldn't score 1 goal. What else left is there? So PSG will play whoever comes out from Galatasaray or Liverpool. And obviously, I'm rooting for Galatasaray to come out. I want Liverpool to lose. I want all the Premier League clubs to be humbled. Okay? We need to humble them. All right? They've been talking nonstop about their league being the best. And we want them to know the Champions League is not the Premier League. It's different. Okay? The Premier League is the best simply because of the money. The money is crazy. And also the language. Is the money and the language really why? And it's more capitalistic orientated compared to any other league really. Like if you compare that to La Liga, which the clubs are absolutely run terribly because there's so many bureaucracy going on just in the leagues, rules about money. They're falling behind and they know it. You know what I'm saying? So that really is the big leg that the Premier League has. But that being said, when it comes to Champions League, that's just a whole different conversation. I don't even know why they think that just because of that reason is the reason why they're gonna dominate Europe. That's not gonna happen. I don't even think this season this cup is going to in the Premier League. It's not going to the Premier League. It's either gonna be Germany. It's either gonna go back to France, or it's gonna go to La Liga. That's it. I do not see this cup going to the Premier League. And the only Premier League team that can do it is Arsenal. But can they do it? We'll see. I would love to be proven wrong. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all I got today. Tomorrow, we'll pick up on the last leg. All right, that's all I got today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.